Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and how are you all doing? Welcome to another weekly video from Patreon, straight to your faces. And yeah, let's delve into things. Let's start off with the South African internet situation. There's still some issues. I'm having a lot of trouble streaming. Keeping a stream active for longer than 4 hours seems to be a problem at the moment. So I might have to go back. My original plan was to push through for 6 straight hours, but I'll have to go back to my original one with a break in between, with an hour break in between, and maybe have an extra hour added to the end of the stream or before the stream, whatever. But we've been streaming. We've been streaming Divinity Original Sin. We've been streaming Tarkov, of course. And we've done a bit of a Dead Frontier 2, which is quite a cool game. It's a free online game, which is quite a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun yesterday until the internet borked out, or at least OBS borked out. And yeah, today we played a little bit of Legends of Aria. Now, to talk about some of the things, or at least one thing that we spoke about today that was near and dear to my heart and it got me to thinking, is we spoke about, eventually the conversation came around to the passing of Jambalaya, and it made me think of that day, that time, or whatever. And even though that friend and I don't speak anymore, it'll always, the fact that she was there will always have a special place in my heart, you know. There's a multitude of reasons we don't speak anymore, but, you know, I was glad for her being there on that fateful Saturday morning. It was, if it wasn't for her, I don't think I would have made it, to be perfectly honest. Well, made it in the sense of I probably would have hidden away from stream for about 2 weeks before I came back. But thanks to her support, it's, you know, I could, you know, move on a bit quicker, if you will. Not really move on, but you know what I mean. And I do appreciate that of her. Even though, you know, the reason why even though whatever the reason is that we're not speaking, we're not talking about that anymore. It is still, you know, I do appreciate it. That actually meant a lot to me, believe it or not. You know, despite the fact of where we are, where we're standing with each other nowadays, that's still, you know, I'll forever be grateful. I'll forever be grateful. So let's get back to the cable breaks. So there's 2 cables that's broken, 2 out of the 5 cables that's broken. And only at the end of January, the 28th, as a matter of fact, the ship will arrive at the one part of the cable that's been broken, of one of the cables that's been broken. So hopefully starting on the 28th, we'll have better streams, or the 29th, we'll have better streams. My apartment is getting a little bit of a facelift. So at some time during early February. So at some point, my streams will happen at nighttime. Because during the day it will be, because they're gonna be breaking down shit and doing stuff, so it won't really be conducive to stream during the day at that point, but rather stream during night time. So I'm talking about maybe 6-7 o'clock at night till about 1 o'clock in the morning, which is just for that. Well, hopefully it's just a week, but it's construction, so we don't know. It's construction workers. It might be even 2 weeks. Hopefully they can pull it off within a week, and we'll be back to regular scheduling. But yeah, that is a thing now. And what else? Nothing much to write home about, to be perfectly honest. I'm trying to think if there's anything specific That I'm. Oh yes, yes. Vampire the Masquerade should, if internet willing, start next week Sunday. Should. I'm looking forward to that. I've got an extra couple of things that I want to do, which reminds me I need to do the thing that I want to do after the stream, and I need to sort that out after the stream ASAP, before next week, while I still have PayPal money. Also, next week, Saturday, we will be doing our first RL stream from my backyard, where I'll be eating pizza and drinking beer. And talking shit for an hour or two. We'll probably start about 2 to 3 hours after I end the morning stream on the Saturday, and then we'll just sit down and talk shit, and hopefully the internet is sorted by then. That is also a cool thing. And what else? I'm trying to think. I've been caught up with all the table stories. Now. Usually I would use Sundays and Mondays to catch up with it, but I've been catching up. Like, I wait about a week, then I've got about 6 episodes to watch. And then I watch everything at once, or try to watch everything as much as possible very quickly in rapid succession, just like that. And yeah, things are going interesting. Just got home. That's why this Patreon video is a little bit late. Just got home after picking my mom and dad up from the airport. They were gone for about a week, and it's quite nice to have them back home again. And yeah, that's about it. I've been watching the Orville. I've been catching up with the Orville recently, which is quite cool. It's supposed to be like the best way to describe the Orville, right, is, now I hope some of you will know what I'm talking about. I'll explain it, but it's sort of like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, right? Brooklyn Nine-Nine is out and out a comedy show, but there's so many freaking deeper underlying stories in the entire Brooklyn Nine-Nine series that you're like, wow, it's actually a comedy, but it's deep, meaningful stories. There are some deep, meaningful stories in there. And the Orville is like a little darker version than Brooklyn Nine-Nine, set in space. There wasn't one episode so far that didn't have an actual underlying message, as in the old Star Trek days, So, oh, that's the door closing. So, I'm enjoying it. I'm almost midway through season 2. I've been binging that a little bit too much, maybe not. But I'm quite impressed of what Seth MacFarlane pulled off, and I'm impressed. So if you're a Trekkie out there, even though it's a parody of Star Trek, just watch it. You'll actually I believe all Trekkies will appreciate it, actually. So there's that. Also finished watching The Mandalorian, pretty damn awesome show. And watched The Witcher, of course. I didn't even speak about The Witcher. Can you believe it? Witcher was amazing. Can't wait for season 2 in 2021. And yeah, that's about it. That's to do with the show stuff. This week I'm going to take some time to work a little bit on the Vampire the Masquerade. I've got the idea of where I'm going with Vampire the Masquerade. Luckily, I planned for most of it last season. I've got the idea of where I want to go with it. I just need to put it down on paper and figure out how am I gonna connect the dots, And I have to leave a couple, there's like a couple of dots, right, that I'll connect, and then there's more dots. Then there's more dots in the storyline that I leave open for the players to, explore, or to accidentally just do it. Now, my big thing is now connecting the dots to the storyline and not forcing the players, but guiding them in a certain direction. I've already given them 2 directions that they can go towards now. So it is just basically up to them which one they're going to choose first. It's going to be quite difficult because if you've watched it, I basically split the party up. For a bit. And it's going to be interesting. And I would like to see where that goes. Maybe there'll be a reason why they can meet up again before shit hits the fan. And that's about it. Haven't... Ooh, yes, on Wednesday. Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? No, it was Tuesday. Friends and I went out to dinner. Yeah, let's call it dinner. And we were planning their wedding, which is quite cool. I'm supposedly the guy to sort out the bachelor stuff. I've already got an idea of what we got to do. I just need to get the planning in motion, getting the final numbers from them of who might be interested in the bachelor's party, and then we're gonna take it from there. It's just 3 places we're going to, but I need numbers. Yeah, the guy who's good at math, I'm not really good at math, needs numbers before he can do shit. Now, it's times like this when I wish I could have someone to help me organize this, but I'll probably pull it off and horribly fail at it. But anyway, this has been a longer video than usual, than what you're used to. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching. And then, of course, we got to say thank you to our patrons, Mika, Ant Smiler, Censorcat, D Fries, Pixel Corpse, Gamehead ZA. I want to say Minosha. Is it Minosha? I believe it is Minosha. Luca Lunatic, Matt Dorana, Great Susie, Brainfishers, all the way from Korea, Brainfishers, Thomas Earl VA, and Vardomian. Thank you all for your patronage. And until not next week, until next week, Saturday, maybe Sunday afternoon. I'll decide when to record it. I'll figure out when to record it. But until next week, either Saturday or Sunday, you all should have a beardly good one, and may the beard smile upon you.